it seems like people want to check out the Kinsman thing first, so we will look at the Kinsman thing. So basically what we got going on here is this is basically a further update on it. Apparently there's been a Discord leak of the people that got Kinsman banned from the tournament. So Hero will probably go over this in the very beginning, but essentially what happened is to celebrate the new Deadpool addition to Marvel Rivals, there was a tournament. There was a Marvel Rivals tournament, and one of the teams was playing poorly. And one of their team members, Kinsman, who was kicking ass, who was basically carrying the team, told one of their players, hey, switch off of Black Widow. You're getting smoked using Black Widow because they're just dogpiling you, and you can't do shit with her, and you're like you're the lowest, you've got the lowest kill ratio on the team. You need to switch off Black Widow. And they got him banned. Yeah, he was being competitive. He wanted to earn the prize money because he is a college student. He wanted to pay for his college. And she basically bitched and moaned to, I think, the person who ran the tournament and got him kicked out of the tournament. Because, yeah, he raised his voice a little bit and said, you need to get off of Black Widow. You're sinking the team. You need to switch out who you're playing. It's not. It's not against the rules. Her boyfriend also went bitching to, I think, the tournament person who ran the tournament. But basically, this SJR and her, cucked out boyfriend got this guy banned from the tournament because he wanted to win and told her to switch off of a character that she was sucking at and causing them to lose. And all of them were just basically calling him toxic. They were basically bad-mouthing the shit out of him. And, people were making fun of him because he was saying, I need this money. I'm a college student. I need to pay for college. And you have these stupid bitch Twitch streamers making fun of him because, I'm a college student. I need money. Making fun of this guy for going to college. So, it's all a big shit show, and none of them are looking good after this. None of these people are looking good, and I guess now some Discord conversations, some behind-the-scenes conversations have been leaked. That is going to make this even juicier. So let's check that.
So yesterday we talked about the Deadpool Creator Cup tournament that was held on January 18th to celebrate the release of Deadpool in Rivals. I'm going to start with a brief recap on this topic for anyone that wants to quickly refresh their memory. But if you don't want the recap, skip to about 3 minutes and 10 seconds into this video, as that's where we get right into the new stuff, and there are some very amusing updates to go over. So we have Kingsman265, who is one of the best pro players in Marvel Rivals, and he was grouped up with a number of toxic female streamers for his team on this tournament, and they all attempted to gang up.
Oh, and one thing that should be noted, this was a content creator tournament, just to be clear. So all of the people involved in this tournament were content creators. All right, that's a point of distinction.
Up with a number of toxic female streamers for his team on this tournament, and they all attempted to gang up on him to smear his reputation and ultimately to even get him kicked from the tournament, which they succeeded in, because he dared to recommend that one of the women on his team, Zazastack, switch off Black Widow. By the way, he was completely justified and correct about that. Because on top of Black Widow generally being one of the worst characters in the game every season, Zazastack was also exceptionally terrible at playing Black Widow, as she oftentimes somehow went through the tournament with 0 eliminations and somehow even 0 assists. And she was even saying something about how she wanted to use this opportunity to finally show off her great Widow gameplay or something like that. It was 0 limbs, 0 assists, but she kept refusing to swap, some egotistical nonsense. And it's dude, if she's going to keep refusing, at least pack the rifle up and go melee Widow. Your aim is so bad that as horrible as melee Widow is, which is even worse than the rifle mode, it still would have been an improvement for her. She probably would have had some assists if she would have dove in there as melee Widow, backing Kingsman up as magic, which is a sentence that should never be said. But that's the reality of her life and how bad she is at this character. Anyways, long story short, these women get all offended at Kingsman, saying dude, you should probably swap off Widow. We're gonna lose because of you. Yeah. Please swap.
Oh yeah, that's another one. It's she's playing the shittiest character and her ping was at 200. How in the fuck are you supposed to do a competitive arena shooter, a team-based or competitive arena shooter when your ping is 200? You're gonna shoot, and by the time you actually shoot, you're already dead. Like, you need to have, like, whoa, double-digit or single-digit ping if you want to be competitive in an arena shooter.
Flop. They get all mad. They start playing victim, start trying to cancel Kingsman. They get him kicked from the entire tournament. But then people find out what happened. They start seeing how out of line these women acted. They all start defending Kingsman. These women write damage control nonsense posts that no one believes because it's full of zero accountability and like attempting to play victim. CC starts talking about she had this panic attack that no one believed because they saw the clips. And even if she wasn't lying about that, which she probably was, it still, of course, doesn't justify her actions. Zaza.
Basically, this entire team and the person who was running the tournament all started lying. When this after this happened, they all came out, started trying to run defense for one another, and they were all lying about everything that happened. And no one believed them because they actually could see with their own eyes what the fuck happened. And that's where the backlash came into play. Is that like they're doing blatant levels of lying about what happened during this tournament. And everybody's like, you're full of shit. We actually saw what happened live on stream. Everything you're saying is a fucking lie. So yeah.
Like runs to her boyfriend and has the boyfriend write some Google Doc against Kingsman that she was hyping up, like, oh, everyone will see the truth. That whole thing completely flops, and the boyfriend folds instantly, protects his entire Twitter account. These women lock all the responses on their damage control posts because they're just getting rightfully criticized and no one's believing them. And then I think it's Zaza. She starts saying like, oh, I locked the responses because of the misogyny and the sexism. And it's like, dude, the only comments there were saying like, you're a liar.
Really?
It's saying like you should have just swapped off. Oh yeah, it's so sexist. So this is to say that they just did the classic thing of like throwing buzzwords out there and taking no accountability at all. Anyways, this recap's taken longer than I expected. It's just too much fun talking about this stuff. I cannot believe how these people acted. Just so pathetic. Anyways, it all worked out real
well. They acted just like the stereotypical LA streamers. This is what happens when you get someone with the LA streamer attitude. They're like, oh, our shit doesn't stink. We can say whatever we want. We're creatively, at least, I don't even know if they're from LA. I said the LA streamer attitude. I have no idea if they're from LA or not. Don't actually care. But what it is I'm a girl gamer, so therefore I'm hot, and everyone's just going to be on my side and believe whatever I say. Not realizing that the exact opposite was going to happen and people don't give a fuck about the gamer girl streamer anymore. That's not like, oh my god, you're a gamer girl streamer. I'm so in love with you. Yeah, that don't exist anymore. Because the male audience is like, don't fucking care. I don't care if you're a gamer girl. If you suck, you suck. If you're going to try and throw a guy under the bus, we're going to call you on it. Yeah, and basically she is an SJR. Flat out SJR, and she's getting called out her bullshit. And I love it.
Well, for Kingsman, his Twitch, his YouTube, everything starts popping off, and he's actually seen more success than ever and probably made so much more money off the ad revenue and donations and subs he's been getting than he ever would have got from that tournament anyways. So, in a way, best possible outcome for bro. Alright, on to the new stuff. Kingsman just joined Twitter and already has almost 50k followers, but he didn't join for no reason. As he says, hey everyone, I originally wasn't planning on posting this, but the first screenshot kinda messed with my vibes a bit. Obviously joking about how CC and Zaza were saying like, oh, Kingsman, be quiet, we just want good vibes, blah, blah, blah. And he says, so here it is, linking to his own Google Doc. The entire Google Doc is pretty dang short compared to the Google Docs I've seen from like the VTuber community, which oftentimes people make like dozens of pages of what ends up being nothing burger central. Nevertheless, I'll still point out what I find to be like the highlight areas here. The beginning of this is already pretty hilarious because we instantly have Kaplunk, once again, that's Zaza's boyfriend, talking about that whole Google Doc that Kaplunk had made. And some redacted person here talking about getting Kingsman kicked off the team, saying, don't worry, plenty of people in line are just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable. I don't know why this person got redacted.
Kingsman, like everyone else, is replaceable. This is like one of the best pro Marvel Rivals players. And this guy's saying Kingsman is replaceable like everyone else. Are you fucking retarded, dude? Yeah, we just want good vibes. In the meantime, Kingsman is there like, no, I want to win. I want to play this and win because I want to win the prize money because I need to pay for college. And they're just like, oh, we're just here for vibes, man. And by the way, don't give Hero too much shit about the screen quality because this is probably a screenshot. He's probably blown it up as much as he can because the shot that was probably displayed that he grabbed is probably so tiny. It's gonna pixelate when it blows up. There's nothing he can do about that, honestly.
Though they definitely seem like they're part of the problem. It seems like Kingsman is not the person who redacted that other user and this was sent to him or something, because he speculates that the redacted person is Cece. He says that he's 99% sure that's Cece, and points out, once again, as we already know, that Kaplunk is Zaza's boyfriend. Then we have some DMs between Cece and Kingsman, but I'm going to skip this because I'm not trying to hear all of Cece's gaslighting. Sucks that Kingsman had to deal with that, but I'm not going to subject myself to that either. The long and short of it, though, is that this is not good for Cece, and there are some parts that are especially bad for her. For example, where many people are talking about this section saying that Cece never even meant her apology. Well, we already knew that, but
of course not.
Here's further evidence backing that up. Cece saying to Kingsman,
wait, hang on. Okay. Oh, Sura, you are comfortable that I'm not taking no for an answer, the same way you didn't take no for an answer for an hour, or the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about Bunny. Like, seriously, bro, why the fuck would I want to kick you? Why the fuck would I want... Oh, wait. If I insisted you stay after you said you want to go play ranked, thanks for throwing me under the fucking bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months. Why would I want...
Cece saying to Kingsman, oh, sorry, are you uncomfortable that I'm taking no for an answer? The same way you didn't take no for an answer for an hour? Or the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about money? Like, seriously, bro? YTF would I want to kick you if I insisted you stay after you said you want to go play ranked? Thanks for throwing me under the frickin' bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months.
We already know that. Like, Ark, you're right. Like, this is like Mean Girls high school petty bullshit on their end. For Kingsman, this was about, like, okay, he's taking a tournament seriously. He wants to win that prize money because he needs that prize money for his education. Like, Kingsman is the only one that seems like he was taking it seriously when this was a tournament for money. And the entire rest of the team is like, we're just here for the vibes, man. We just want the vibes.
These people wanted Kingsman kicked from the team. So if she was telling him that, I don't actually want you kicked, again, that was probably her gaslighting. That was probably a lie. Saying one thing to bro and then behind the scenes acting a completely different way and trying to get him kicked.
Oh, yeah, because it was either her or someone from the team went whining to the person who ran the tournament. And the person who ran the tournament actually approached Cece and said, like, do you want him gone? And she's like, yeah, sure. Like, she pretended like, oh no, I didn't want him to get kicked. I didn't ask him to get kicked off. When the owner of the person who ran the tournament, yeah, who is just as culpable and is just as bad on this one, actually went to Cece and said, do you want him kicked out? And she went, yeah, sure. So she fucking lied about that, saying I didn't want him banned, when she actually told the person running the tournament, yeah, she wanted him gone.
And then you gotta love the ending there where she's just trying to play victim once again. Like, oh, you're getting me thrown into harassment for weeks or months. Like, dude, you're getting rightful criticism, not harassment. And she did this to herself. This is not Kingsman's fault. He's reacting to what you guys did to him. Take some accountability. Yeah. This is hilarious too. She then says, get your freaking clicks now, all because your own actions got you banned and you can't accept that. Usually I would be mature, but I don't owe you that. If you can't even see how you're in the wrong.
Oh,
you're just a jerk for harassing Zaza for a whole hour and making her upset even after we said to stop. And now I'm getting that harassment 10 times fold. And finally she says, hello, do you have any response? Just like you want 40K, I want some peace of mind for the next time I go live. It gets even crazier though, because then we have some more of these female Marvel rival streamers that, yeah, again, these people came over from Overwatch. And, you know, they bring their pathetic behavior along with them, but their messages get leaked. And here's what they're saying. Some person named Sammy, I should say, says, I'm sorry, I'm already losing brain cells from how stupid this is. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing everything going on today, and since Kaplunk was the one who went to production, I'm not gonna lie, I would be furious with him. He hurt so many careers.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's so pathetic. He hurt so many careers. His Google Doc failed, the Google Doc that we all kind of wanted him to write, but it failed.
Yeah. Like, he. Here's the funny part. If you were in the right, your career wouldn't be hurt. The only way you would get, quote unquote, your career would, quote unquote, get hurt is if you were in the wrong and provably in the wrong, which you were. And because you were provably in the wrong, yes, you may have hurt your streaming career by showing that you and the rest of these backstabbing bitches are nothing but lying cunts. Sucks to suck, bitch. You fuck around. It's time to find out.
We're gonna blame him now. Dude, unbelievable. Who even is this person anyways? And then we have some other random person, Lady Quad. Okay. Rank 1 CC defender. Might as well just say like #1 biggest loser. I have no idea what she's talking about anyways. I'm just going to move on to the next part. I think it's an example of how fake she is what I get out of this. Oh, it keeps getting worse though. Then this other person, Ashlyn, chimes in. Says, it really is, at CC, at Zaza Stack. Don't let these people try and bully you off the internet. I know it's annoying, but use it as an opportunity to gain favor from people who support you. The parasocials will forget about it in a few days when they move on to the next thing. Basically, it's free ad revenue. And so then the...
So, another one. Like, this has been going on for how many days now? And the stories just keep coming. This is like, hasn't this gone on for close to a week now? I think like this all kicked off back on like Sunday or Monday, did it not? Yeah, it's not gonna blow over. This ain't blowing over.
In a few days when they move on to the next thing. Basically, it's free ad revenue. And so then this Rivals streamer Ashlyn then starts going off about how CC is getting too much hate and it's mostly just misogyny. Once again.
And there it is. There's the SJR attitude that we all know and love. Yeah. It's all quote-unquote misogynistic shit. Not that all of the women dogpiled on this man, got him banned from the tournament, and tried to and just lied their fucking asses off about what happened to try and make themselves look righteous and then get called out by lying. Got called out for lying. And so, of course, when the SJR cunts get called out for lying, it's misogyny. It's just, it's misogyny that, you can't say that, you can't, actually prove that I'm lying because that's misogynistic if you actually, show proof that I'm a dirty fucking liar. You can't do that. That's misogyny. You can't do that. No, it's not SJ. No, I've upgraded the acronym. SJW, because they are not warriors. They are SJRs, social justice retards. We have upgraded the acronym now. SJW is in the past. SJR is in the now.
No, it's not. Most of it is justified, rightful criticism. Miss us with your buzzwords. No one falls for that nonsense anymore. We're in 2026.
Nope. And that's it exactly. Them throwing this out is basically a good way to immediately go, hey, opinion immediately discounted. Every time they throw out the istophobic buzzwords in their argument, opinion immediately discounted. You're not going to try and actually present any factual argument against it. You think throwing out a buzzword is an automatic win, and now it's become an automatic loss. If you have to throw this out as your argument, you've lost your argument because you can't actually defend your position on it. That's the tell. They're backpedaling and eating shit and can in no way justify their position on a given subject matter by throwing out the istophobia stuff. That's why I've told you guys, if someone tries to argue with you and they start pulling out the istophobia, You just tell them, I win, and walk away.
And then Ashlyn says, everybody deserves empathy. It doesn't matter if you think the person deserves the hate or not. Yeah, where was that energy for Kingsman? They only say this nice stuff when it's like directed to a side that they support. But if it's people they don't support, oh, they're totally fine with them getting hate. People see this stuff. They start directly calling Ashlyn out, saying stuff like, isn't this literally Ashlyn FPS? LMAO, all these rival women content creators are the same. Holy smokes, they're so terrible. Yo, Ashlyn, where's the fake apology dropping? When's the fake apology dropping? Yeah, I'm so disappointed to see this from Ashlyn. I thought she was cool, but I guess she sides herself with bullies. Making this even more hilarious is how on January 20th, Ashlyn came out with a public statement trying to act neutral, but clearly in a very manipulative way. And behind the scenes, we clearly see that Ashlyn was certainly not neutral, very clearly on CC's side, on Zaza's side, which the community note even points out. We'll read that first, then we'll read Ashlyn's attempted gaslighting. So the community note reads, this user, Ashlyn, was heavily backed by CC and Zaza, defended harassment, and otherwise engaged in various character assassinations against Kingsman, including inventing false allegations. It would be unwise to consider Ashlyn FPS unbiased in any capacity. So yeah, look how manipulative this is from Ashlyn FPS. Says, I collected more details on this drama, and I'm willing to give a serious input. My genuine opinion on this is everybody was being cringe. CC, Kingsman, Zaza, everybody.
Yeah. This is pretending like there's a middle ground here. This is Ashlyn trying to pretend, look, everybody is in the wrong here. No one handled this well, so can't you guys just, like, leave it alone? Just leave it be. Everybody was in the wrong on this one, so stop attacking my friends. Like, CC, Zaza, they were, Kingsman was bad, but CC and Zaza were bad too. So everybody was in the wrong, so everybody just stop. Exactly, except Kingsman wasn't wrong. So it's trying to basically do like a half-ass mea culpa. That's what this is. No, it's not sitting on the fence, can you? This was calculated. This was calculated of Ashlyn trying to do a bullshit mea culpa on behalf of CC and Zaza, while actually saying, but Kingsman was at fault too. So everybody's at fault. So, yeah, you've dogpiled on CC and Zaza, but you guys should be saying something to Kingsman too, because everybody was at fault here on this one. And that's the whole point of this, and everybody's seeing right through it.
From a content...
A mea culpa, eminency. Basically, it's like, I admit I was... An admission of wrong or an admission of guilt. That's what mea culpa is.
Creator's perspective. Nobody was in the right here. The point of a creator tournament is to meet new creators, to network, and grow all of our communities together. This concept was clearly overridden by the prize pool being $40,000. It should have never been this big for this type of tournament, and was a huge oversight.
Well, whose fault is that? That's not Kingsman's fault. Why would it be Kingsman's fault if the tournament creator decided to make the prize $40,000? How is that Kingsman's fault? He just entered into the tournament because, hey, the tournament's for 40 grand. I would like money, please. I would like to win money, please. How is it in any way, shape, or form Kingsman's fault because the tournament owner chose to do a prize pool 40 grand? Why, in the name of all that is holy, would you put this in the same breath as saying Kingsman was in the wrong? Because you're a dumb bitch who doesn't actually know how the world works and maybe thought that somehow you could get away with this when nobody believes you.
It's too much for a community whose pro scene can hardly even regulate their own emotions. The best thing for everybody to do is to not...
Maybe you may be talking about your friends here, Ashlyn. Kingsman emotions were just fine. He wanted to win. And he was telling people of his team, you're fucking up. You need to switch over to someone else because otherwise we're going to lose this. I am literally carrying this team. Yeah, that's not being able to regulate their own emotions. Just because people like Ashlyn want to pretend to be autistic and can't handle high stress emotions doesn't mean that everybody is like you. All right, because I guarantee you, Ashlyn, I will guarantee, like, I have no clue who Ashlyn is, but this right here tells me that she likes to pretend she's autistic. That's what this reads to me. She wants to pretend she's autistic. I don't know how to regulate my own emotions because I'm autistic. Because I'm quirky and I'm special. I guarantee fucking to you, and it's projection. She's doing projection here of like, well, Cece and Zaza. Well, maybe they have a mental disabilities too. And are you believing this yet? Are you believing this yet? No, we're not.
Escalate the situation, learn from it, and move on with life. I feel so sorry for the other teams who have been massively overshadowed by this whole thing. It's not fair. This was truly unfortunate and preventable. And then again, we can see the community note talking about how, Ashlyn was heavily backing Cece and Zaza.
And by the way, that last statement is true. It's unfortunate and presentable. If her friends took their thumbs out of their ass and stopped acting like a bunch of self-righteous bitches, then yes, in that case, yes, this was preventable. Shouldn't have had them in the tournament in the first place if they're gonna act like that. They were the ones that should have been booted out of the fucking tournament.
Zaza defended the harassment against Kingsman, tried to character assassinate Kingsman, made up false allegations, and like, this stuff is so ridiculous. Like, I collected more details on this drama, and I'm willing to give a serious input. No, what this really means is like...
Yeah, by the way, I collected more details on the drama. What details? You made this big old long post preceding with, I collected more details on this drama. What details? Your input means precisely fuck all if you don't have details to accompany your input. Because otherwise, it's just you pontificating and pretending like you are some grand, wise, overarching person that is viewing all of this on high and I know what's best and listen to me. Yet you give no details that you're talking about to substantiate any claims that you're making. So kindly shut the fuck up.
I've got a slant and I'm trying to hide it. And then like trying to sway people against Kingsman by acting like everybody was cringe. Nah, Kingsman was in the right. Ashlyn even said like nobody was in the right here. Yeah, no.
That was
Once
a
again,
fucking
Kingsman
lie.
was. Nice try. And you gotta love the whole thing about like people need to calm down, don't escalate the situation, just move on. Yeah, these people had no problem with that energy when it was directed at getting Kingsman kicked from the tournament. But as soon as public opinion shifts against their side, suddenly everyone has to calm down, guys. Don't escalate it. Calm down.
Yeah, as soon as they got pointed out as the bad guys, then it was, we all need to calm down. Before that, it was dogpile on Kingsman, blind to the owner of the tournament, get him kicked out, and the second it comes back on them, like, you guys are the ones that fucked him over. Now all of a sudden it's like, okay, calm down. Everybody, let's just calm down. Yeah, fuck you. I don't fucking think so. Yeah, this is another version of, we've got to lower the temperature, guys. Nah, crank that bitch up to 90.
There is no escalation even happening. There's people rightfully criticizing how toxic this group of people is, right? That's not escalating. That's just objective fact and people talking about that fact. And you gotta love this too. Look at this.
And
Ashlyn FPS also later on locked the responses on this tweet, just like we saw Cece do on her tweet, just like we saw Zaza do on her.
Yeah, and we all know what this is code for when someone does this. Who can reply? Only accounts that she follows or mentioned in the post. Which means she doesn't want anybody posting facts and evidence to basically say, you're full of shit, sweetheart. The classic fucking hiding.
Her tweet, Ashlyn FPS doing the same thing after getting responses like this where no one is buying this nonsense, this gaslighting.
Yep.
For example, we have this user Speedy saying, your last post defended Cece, the one who was one of the bullies, but you don't say anything for King the bullied. I
Yep.
think you should sit this one out and not try and sweep away toxicity, but hold people accountable for their actions. Ashlyn then posting once again the part that says, I collected more details on this drama and I'm willing to give serious input. We all
And again, what details? I saw no details whatsoever in that post. What fucking details you talking about?
know that wasn't true though. Speedy pointing that out, saying the quote-unquote serious input should include how King was treated when you post it, because while he was being annoying, it was for a very obvious reason, and bro got treated horribly for it. I don't even think he was being annoying. I think he was completely in the right. But then Ashlyn says, the second sentence, my genuine opinion on this is everybody was being cringe. See,
So that was a fucking lie.
Kingsman, Zaza, everybody. This only got 14 likes versus Speedy's 3,900 likes. And also there was 139 responses mocking Ashlyn for this take and everything going on here before Ashlyn, once again, locked the responses so no one else could say anything on this topic. Another hilarious response that got through before Ashlyn locked everything down is this one from Whale that says, is this you? And posting the Discord leak that we read earlier, where Ashlyn is very clearly siding with Cece and Zaza, this getting 4,100 likes. People even saying, notice how she's replied to all tweets before this screenshot came out, by the way? Yeah, typical. Similarly, mad how she posted this as her quote-unquote unbiased take, while actually being biased. How can people be this fake? Somehow Ashlyn...
Yeah, I do have to say one thing. If you did not expect her to, like, you know, any of this crowd of the LA streamer attitude crowd of we're baddie gamer girls, we're the best. If anyone didn't expect them to pull this bullshit, I'm sorry, wake the fuck up. It's 2026. The LA streamer attitude, baddie gamer girl thing is all a fucking act. It's they just want people to just do whatever they want. They will throw anyone they can under the bus to try and maintain their fiddling popularity at best, because they don't actually know how to do anything else other than stream. These are people that probably grew up streaming, don't actually have any marketable skills, and so they will basically just try and destroy anyone they can to try and maintain their popularity, try and maintain their audience base, try and maintain that money coming from their supporters. Whereas Kingsman has flat out said that he needed the money because he's trying to pay for college. He's trying to actually better himself. He's using streaming as a means to an end to go to college, which he was made fun of for. He was made fun of when he was saying, I need this money to go to college. I don't know which one of these bitches was did it, but they watched him say something on stream talking about how he needed the money for college. And this one bitch was just laughing. College, what a loser. These are the people that expect you to defend them. And go Pikachu shock face when they're like, why aren't you defending me? How could you not defend me? I'm a gamer girl. It's the law. You're supposed to defend me. Yeah. Huh?
Gets even more pathetic after being exposed like this, because
I can't remember if it was CC or not, Raph.
11 hours ago, Ashlyn says, CC is bad, Kingsman is good. Would you kind souls please stop sending me death threats? This is...
Okay, X the fucking doubt big time that she actually received quote unquote death threats. This kind of shit, big time X the doubt that anyone sent her a death threat. Okay, if someone sent her a death threat, I want proof. Because just like so much of the English language these days, these SJRs are just using shit like this that is supposed to make you sit up and go, what now? And they're just using it as, oh, you don't agree with me. So it's all the Islamophobia stuff. It's all, it's all of the Nazi fascist stuff that's been just just been driven into the ground and no longer actually means anything. We're seeing that now with the expression of getting death quote unquote death threats. This is the same thing. This is like, oh, people were being mean to me because I was a lying cunt. And so that's like, now I'm getting quote unquote death threats because people were being mean to me. Like, seriously. This is another one where it's getting driven into the fucking ground, where people that legitimately receive death threats, at this point, they're just going to go, oh, so you got death threats. So what? It just means that they disagree with you. Yeah, it's like it doesn't mean anything anymore when it should. If someone receives a legitimate death threat, that should be taken seriously. And now you can't take it seriously because everyone that gets bullied is claiming they're receiving death threats. It's fucking ridiculous.
This is the exact same slop that we've seen from CC and Zaza, where they just tried to say like, oh, it's all just like misogyny and sexism, blah, 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 whatever else buzzword they want to try to throw out there to deflect from what they're doing and to try to lock responses and justify that, when in reality, they're just scared of the truth and people talking about the truth of the situation. Somehow it still gets worse for Ashlyn, though. Like, then Ashlyn says one of the most down bad things possible, follows that up by saying, since there are so many eyes on this, I'm going to shoot my shot. I am a trans switch poly unemployed puppy girl who is, dude, reading that out loud.
Okay. I want to say this is a troll. Hold on. I want to say this is a troll. But I can't be 100% sure of this. That's the thing. Gut instinct is, of course, to go, what the fuck are you doing, you freak show? But at the same time, it could be a troll, but it could be real. Like, and it's the context that has me questioning if this is a troll or not. That's what has me questioning of, is this a troll? Because of the context. Because, yes, exactly, Aunt Sky. Like, is this a cry for attention? Is it a troll that is a cry for attention? Because in the context of this thread, given this before, and then the community note, and then switches to this, you know what? Hang on. We need to see her bio? Hang on. Let's look at her bio. Let's look at her bio. +18, she, her, doll, streamer, playful. There you go. Yep. So she doesn't have it. No, I'm not preemptively blocked. Oh God, there it is right here. This is the very post. What was the comment on this? This person just says based. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking simp. So yeah, I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking this would, in the context, I'm thinking this is a troll. I have no idea what a doll is. I have no fucking clue. No, I'm not gonna, she's not worth, Rudy, she's not worth trolling. She is, okay, this is gonna sound really, snooty of me, but fact is, she is so fucking far beneath me, she's not even worth trolling. She's not. She's not worth my time to troll on X. It wouldn't even be fun. It would just be like, okay, bonk. Like, no, there's no point to it, honestly. So yeah, that's in the context of her bio and everything. I'm gonna say this is a troll. That is it. Yeah, that's all it is. She's trolling. She's trying to get attention. And the funny thing is, she got one comment. That's the funniest part. Like, she got one comment, 22 likes, 57 retweets, and one comment, and that's all she got out of it. She didn't get the attention that she wanted.
Since there are so many eyes on this, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Reading that out loud. Oh gosh, hearing my voice say that. Oh man, I had to cringe for a second. Excuse me. Let me continue here. Who is
Urban Dictionary, dull, a person of varying trans femme experience, but often a straight, hyper feminine trans women, often used as an affectionate term for and between trans women. What? Then this might not have been a troll with that. Nguyen, I'm guessing Drowner literally just went to the Urban Dictionary and looked it up, not actually had it off the top of their head. Yeah. Either way, you know what? Either way, troll or serious, either way, it's fucking retarded. This person is mentally unwell. This person lives, it's a sign of either serious or troll. This person lives online and needs to go fucking touch snow. Go make some fucking snow angels, Ashlyn. Get offline, go sledding, go make some snow angels, build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Get offline.
vulnerable and looking for true love? Women only, please. Oh my gosh, dude. Immensely down bad. By the way, going back to this one, I forgot to read the community note. It reads, Poster, Ashlyn actually sided with Cece and told her to use the situation as free ad revenue. And going back to this tweet from January 20th, the one where Ashlyn attempted to seem unbiased and was clearly manipulative, I just noticed that there was another tweet that Ashlyn made here that I skipped over. So let's rewind really quickly. So we have the one simp here saying, the people mad at Marvel Rivals toxicity while also going in community note spamming posts with harassment is definitely a choice. It's not even between people involved at this point. Everyone who isn't involved has involved themselves to milk this, which will always look pathetic. Yeah, okay, bro, you're one to talk about what looks pathetic as you refer to community notes as harassment. I mean, get real. And then we have Ashlyn responding to that dude saying, I genuinely agree with you. I'm here to slightly milk it because it's part of the game, but yeah, I 100% agree with you. And the responses are absolutely cooking Ashlyn. For example, milked it just to gain more haters than followers. I don't know if you know the purpose of milking something, but it's definitely not to make upwards of half the community you want to watch you hate you. And
slight disagreement there because hate watching is a thing. It's like some people like really go all in on that. No, any publicity, even bad publicity is good publicity, as in any publicity is good publicity. And even hate watchers bump up your viewer numbers. Exactly. Look at Hassan. So either you're milking it for positivity or you're milking it for negativity. It's still milking it either way. So I've got to do a disagree on that. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you're hate watching, you need to like check, you need to take a good hard look at yourself and ask, what the fuck are you doing? Absolutely. But that doesn't discount from the fact that hate watching is absolutely a thing. It doesn't take away from that. Hate watching is still absolutely a thing. People still absolutely do that. And content creators absolutely take advantage of it for financial benefit. That's just the facts.
And kicking me from your server after I joined to respectfully see both sides and wasn't even trolling is crazy. I thought you wanted to milk it for revenue, but even trying to respectfully disagree with some of your points doesn't matter. LMAO. Other people pointing out the leaked Discord message and saying, this you? About time to quit gaming, you double-faced MF. As we near the latter part of the video, we do have to return to Cece. So do you remember this part of the Google Doc way earlier where we had this redacted person talking about wanting to get Kingsman kicked in collaboration with Kaplunk and that failed?
And we should read this. Hang on. I don't think so. They have been at it for the last hour. It's between matches and rounds. It flares up again. Go on an alt. Clip anonymously, download clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off team, don't worry, plenty of people playing for the money. Get the fuck out. There's no bans. Yeah, I'll go through it. So yeah, so this was what I think the redacted. What did he say? The redacted was either Cece or her boyfriend. And Kaplunk was the guy running the tournament.
Google Doc. And now Kingsman mentioned that he was speculating that that was potentially CC, saying he was 99% sure that the redacted person was, as mentioned, CC. Well, CC responded to that saying, I'm in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to be clear, those DMs with Kaplunk is not.
Why are you responding to Twitter posts if you are in a class? If you are in a class getting an education, why are you on a Twitter post dealing with Twitter bullshit? Yeah, and she mocked him for wanting to pay for college. And she is in class hate tweeting about him. Get the fuck out of here, you bitch.
Not with me. I would not know any substitute list. Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I've been trying to apologize since that night. Proof below, I sent it to my friend at first, and then had someone else confirm. I was already framed.
What? Proof? I sent it to my friend and then had someone else confirm. What the fuck is she talking about? What in the, what? I can't with this. I fucking can't with this shit anymore. Like, seriously, what the fuck?
In the video, as the person who made the boss call, the video likely referring to the video that Kingsman himself made on his channel, that the last time I checked had like 900k views. It's probably well over 1 million now if I had to guess. Anyways, she says, this was confirmed, not me. Basim said Kaplunk messaged staff. I really don't want to be instantly framed for something I didn't do. Again, I have 0 DMs with Kaplunk. I already apologized for my behavior insulting Kingsman. I just want to move on, please. Yeah, you want to move on. I wonder why. It's all going so bad for you. And
yeah, that's the pattern. When things go south, they pull up the. I just want to move on with my life card. I just want to move on. Stop bullying me. Okay, I just want to move on with my can we just forget about the fact that I was a door riding bitch and actually got someone kicked out of a tournament, so they lost an opportunity at winning a cash prize of a pool of $40,000. Can we just forget about that, guys? I just want to move on with my life.
Look, it's not like people are dragging this out. It's been like all of 2 days. And Kingsman just posted new information. Of course, people are still talking about it. CC also posted some Discord screenshots that she thinks are going to help her case or something. I don't really know like what she's getting at here. This gets community noted as well, where people point out that the Discord screenshots don't even really match up with what she's saying. And then she just gets ratioed by people in the responses. This user Vante saying it's already cooked, gang, and posting Kizaru saying maintaining the vibes is our top priority, getting 11,000 likes versus CC's 1,700. Yep. Other responses like damage is already done, get off the internet for months and repent. We don't care. You got what you deserve for bullying someone who wanted to win and showed passion. This response is crazy. 6,800 likes saying, careful y'all, she's gonna have another panic attack. And this user saying, dang, that's tough. Probably meant to say rough, and showing Infinity Mice. Now, I posted a pinned comment in my video yesterday talking about this because this happened after I made my video. But yeah, CC's already been losing sponsorships. For example, Infinity Mice here, that said that they're going separate ways from CC. They're no longer gonna have a partnership with her going forward. CC
Walk around, you're gonna find out. There it is. Lost her sponsorship. There it is. Wait, did one of you guys trigger that? No. Okay.
Separate ways from CC. They're no longer going to have a partnership with her going forward. CC then has the bright idea to make one last response, quote tweeting herself in the tweet that we just read. And she says this time, emotions are high and I've learned when to step away. If a response ends up necessary, I'll make one. Please react how you see fit to me being a jerk. I know I deserve the same treatment I dish out. I am not the person in the screenshot with Kaplunk. I was not the one who reported Kingsman. My apology the day before.
Oh my God, hang on. Now she's trying to do the, yeah, I'm such a horrible person, aren't I? Yeah, just go ahead. Give me all your hits. Go ahead. I deserve this. What's the expression? She's like, she's doing the bullshit throwing herself upon her own sword thing. And nobody's fucking buying it. Like, after days of going, I didn't do this. I did nothing wrong. I'm fine. And now she lost her sponsorship. And now all of a sudden, yeah, she's like, basically, yeah, she's doing like a martyrdom thing. She's martyring herself to the internet. And nobody fucking buys it.
Includes all of my behavior. I have not been online since, and I've been holding myself accountable. I will continue to do so. Needless to say, as you can already expect, people aren't buying this either. Saying things like, you were acting like the boss, talking about Greenland though. Y'all should be banned from any future tournaments, no BS. Y'all really just want this stuff to pass over and be forgotten about, but I hope it doesn't. Furthermore, just the other day, she had a completely different tune, trying to act like this would actually be really good for her career and she can totally farm this drama. It's going to be great for her.
Honestly,
Yeah, Nguyen, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, she was throwing herself a little pity party. That's what that tweet was. That was like, pity party, poor pitied me. I'm such a horrible person. And by actually doing that, by actually throwing the pity party, she's trying to garner sympathy. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. And what?
Really good for her career and she can totally farm this drama. It's going to be great for her.
honestly, I'm not a drama farmer, but then I saw everyone drama farming on Marvel Rivals, and I was like, let me make some money too, bro. Let me get some viewership too. Loki, this is my chance. I was always thinking, you know, when people like get canceled and then they pop off on views, like they they stay relevant by getting in drama. Like, let me farm for once in my freaking 6 years of content creation.
Which takes us to a little bit of a rewind. I should have mentioned this yesterday in my coverage. My bad for not including this, but we'll talk about this really quick. This is hilarious. So she did end up doing that farming by posting this video 4 days ago titled "The Truth Behind the $40,000 Tournament."
I saw this one.
And this is one of the most immense ratios on YouTube.com. Because this video apparently has 1,020 likes versus 51,050 dislikes, as well as 51,448 comments. Making it even more hilarious is that just for her apology video, she decided to suddenly go as a PNG tuber for the apology. So what is she doing here? She wants to be taken seriously with her manipulations, right?
No, I know why she went with a PNG tuber. I know exactly why she went with the PNG tuber. She went with the PNG tuber because the PNG is cute. That's why she went with the PNG. We saw what she looked like on screen. We saw what she looked like here. That's her. Okay? Not all that pretty. She's got a webcam, but she's not all that attractive. And then she switched over to her PNG tuber for the response because her PNG is cute. Yeah, and she pitched her voice out. She was basically trying to capitalize on cute to try and get people to go, oh, she's so cute. Okay, we'll forgive you. That's why she switched to PNG. That is precisely why she did it. It was pure manipulation.
Still, like, gonna suddenly not show herself on camera after she's been doing that for years. And during her explanation, she's gonna go PNG tuber mode. I don't know how she thought that was a good idea. She's insanely out of touch. Not just that, but look what people are saying here in the responses, just overtly calling her out, and rightfully so.
Yep.
Stuff like, Jarvis, make my voice higher so I sound innocent, and did you make your voice higher in pitch to sound more innocent? LMAO. Like, dude is just laughing. This one saying voice changer plus PNG tuber avatar to make you look innocent is wild.
Okay, I'm gonna call that one out. That's not a voice changer. I would know. That is not a voice changer. Not in the slightest. It is not. So I can safely say it's not a voice changer.
So yeah, it's just unthinkable. This whole thing is unthinkable. The way these people operated. This entire thing. It's like it was already terrible to begin with, and somehow they kept making it even worse. How do you even act that pathetically. It's actually insane. You know what? It's kind of impressive in a way, but for all the wrong reasons. The final person in this situation that we have an update on is Luciasa, who you might recall was Kingsman's duo partner for a while as Bro was kindly carrying her. But as soon as she thought the public opinion was going to be against Kingsman and these other women were teaming up against him near the beginning of this whole situation, Luciasa decided to throw Kingsman under the bus and stab Bro in the back. Well, now she's doubling down.
To why I did what I did and why I said what I said. I did do it at wrong times, I do admit. But in regards to me telling him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified in, because Zaza said you're making me feel like shit. When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off. And yeah.
Yeah, well, you were in a tournament for a $40,000 prize. People are going to be competitive. And if someone's playing like shit in a highly competitive game, people are going to call them out. And you know what? If you can't handle it, you fuck off. If you can't handle being criticized for playing like dog shit in a tournament worth $40,000, you need to go fuck off. Especially when the guy telling you you're playing like shit is the pro player that is literally carrying your whole team.
I don't know. That's the only time I'm only gonna like defend that specific moment. Thank you, the plug for the prime.
And as this user points out, how come Kingsman's feelings weren't put into consideration then? They literally doubled down and tag teamed him, and that's exactly it. It's just double standards. You know, she and these other women have said one thing, but then they operate in a completely different way. They're fine with Kingsman getting harassed by them and getting kicked from the tournament.
Exactly.
But then when they get criticized for that, suddenly they want to act like they're the victims and Kingsman's out of line and everyone criticizing them is out of line too.
It's it's not even that what you were just saying is where it's like it wasn't empty like quote unquote do better criticism. It wasn't like yeah. Like he's literally saying you guys are playing like shit. This is what you need to do to improve. And their response is you're messing with our vibes, man. Why you gotta be like so angry? You're messing up our vibes because we're in this tournament just for the good vibes, man. That's like the ones that are like I know you're shocked, but the ones that are claiming toxicity are the ones themselves that were being quote toxic. Shocking, I know.
Another top response that is just facts. This one says, not to be that guy, but imagine, just imagine, if Kingsman said to shut the frick up to any of them, just like, what was this person's name again? Luciasa, right? Just like Luciasa said in that clip, that she apparently said that to him, right?
Oh, if he had told any of them to shut the fuck up, they would have instantly started screaming misogyny and man hate. If he'd done that. Hands down. Hands fucking down. Not that it matters. Bear in mind, not that it matters, but if he had told any of them shut the fuck up, they would have started screeching like harpies and saying, how dare you tell me to shut the fuck up, man? You man. They would have gone full on misandrist. Karen fucking T. Every one of them would have gone, even the guys on the team, would have gone full fucking misandrist. Started screeching like fucking harpies, and I don't know, maybe they might have fucking rage quit, which honestly might have been beneficial to him. But, oh yeah, that's what would happen if he actually said, quote, shut the fuck up.
She told him to shut the frick up. Yeah, he didn't act like that towards them. He was just pointing out issues in the gameplay and recommending a switch, which for the millionth time was justified and correct. But yeah, if he would have said the same stuff they were saying to him, if he would have said that stuff to them, oh, they would have flipped out about it. You sure know they would. We'll close with another wholesome update about Kingsman. Says Kingsman on live just said Marvel devs just gave him units to buy magic skins. Awesome to see from the dev team.
Hold on, I gotta reply to my DMs real quick.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Bro, the Marvel Rivals devs just gave me units so I can purchase magic skins. No way.
Okay, Out of curiosity, is he referring to skins for the Magic character? Or is Magic skins like just a general thing? No, I know Magic is a character. I'm very familiar with Magic the character. I'm just looking for context in Marvel Rivals. I don't know if they called different skins like Magic skins. Okay, so you say it's the character. Okay, that's all the clarification I needed.
There's no way that is real. Wait. I gotta hide my screen. No way.
Making it even crazier is how, NetEase is a Chinese-based company. So this news potentially making its way to China and like the devs finding out about it, taking action, it's crazy. Maybe it was a part of like one of their like Western employees or something that's supposed to reach out to like the English side of creators. I have no idea how that all went down. I'm not going to keep speculating. I got no idea. But this is to say, like, huge dub for Kingsman, huge dub for Marvel Rivals, huge L for those losers that were all mad and like trying to throw dude under the bus.
Oh yeah, like I have no doubt that his viewership just love brigaded him with like subs and bits and donos. I have no doubt when this came out, he probably got a fuck ton more people in his streams. Like this was it all came up roses for Kingsman on this. He may have lost the tournament and the chance of winning the $40,000 pot, but Marvel Rivals gave him character skins, but he also got a fuck ton of audience in his live stream. They probably did a buttload of donos, a buttload of cheers, a buttload of gifted subs, and that's all money. That's all money for him. So he has enough to pay for a semester at least. Yeah. That's there you go. Yeah, at least 3K from subs. Wow. Fucking hell. Yeah, there you go. It's so in the end, it is all coming up roses for him. Kingsman's getting a huge audience that are being incredibly generous. He got 150K subs on YouTube. He probably got a fuckload on his Twitch stream. And he's got, he got a whole ton of donos, for him to pay for college. And all of these reeing harpies that decided they were going to try and, sink him, ended up sinking themselves. Fucking justice. It's like, this is, it's so funny that it's so funny that these dumb bitches still haven't figured this out. When you attack a streamer who is just like a decent person, as a decent streamer, and is not the, raging misogynist or istophobe that you try and make him out to be, you take yourself and you make your target popular. We've seen this so many fucking times before. Banana Juju, anybody? Fucking Cha-Cha. Like, you go after these content creators making these wild fucking claims about another content creator that are easily and provably wrong. You fuck your own career. You do that to yourself. And then the other content creator gets a huge boost in popularity. Like, you have to be a special kind of stupid not to see this pattern. Like, legitimately, you I don't know if they were born with this or they studied for this professionally, but you are a special kind of stupid to not recognize what you are about to do is fuck yourself and give them a massive popularity and monetary boost.
Get him kicked and all that. It backfired on them so much. It's hilarious. Let me know what you think about all the stuff in the comments. As always, thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.
There we go. Yeah. Good ending. It's a good ending. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see a good ending like that, where the good guy completely wins.